attack fully connects with you, then it'll be a one-hit down. But it is possible to survive this. The easiest way to avoid this attack is to simply slide away from where you are when you see him getting ready to jump. His next attack is where he'll spew gas in the arena. This will leave yellow circles on the ground that, much like the toxic zombies, you can't stand in for more than like a second at a time, or else you'll die. And finally, his last attack, and I don't really know if you can call it an attack, but it's where he'll go for a toxic zombie and eat him. When he does eat a toxic zombie, a toxic cloud will form around his stomach. When you see this yellow bubble on his body, you can also shoot it to damage him for critical hits. But like I said, it's only when he eats a toxic zombie, and then after you damage it a time or two, it'll go away and you can't damage it again for crit hits until he eats another one. Also, whenever you get low on ammo, the ammo crate is right here. Getting back to the boss fight, just train him around this area and try to shoot him in the eyes and his yellow stomach with your Mark II. Eventually, he will jump out of the arena and spew a bunch of gas. And fun fact, when he's jumping out of the arena, you can still damage him for a bit up here before he turns immune. So make sure you're doing this on every phase to maximize your damage. He'll spawn a bunch of zombies on the ground, and after around 45 seconds, he will jump back in the map, and now we are on phase 2. Phase 2 is pretty much the same as phase 1, except, like I said, he's a little more faster, so keep a safe distance from him and shoot his eyes and his occasionally yellow stomach, which are still his weak points, by the way. Just keep damaging him until eventually it will stop and he'll roar and he'll start glowing green. At this point, he'll jump up and you're at the end of phase 2. Now this is where the boss fight starts getting a little crazy. Once he comes back in the arena, he will be noticeably more aggressive than he was in the first 2 phases. At this point in the boss fight, he has a new attack where he can actually spawn in toxic zombies. That's it. That's the attack. Just be aware of it. And also at this point, you can now damage him in his eyes or his stomach pretty much at all times for crit hits. There's still a slight cooldown on his stomach, but you can damage it a lot more frequently for crit hits than you could before. But make sure you're playing the range game of picking him off from afar. And if something happens to where he catches up to you or he lands on you, if whatever happens and you're about to die, don't forget that you have your gobble gums like Idolize, and you also have Ether Shroud. So pop those to save yourself and try to save your chopper gunner for phase 4. I know this guy for this boss fight is kind of cookie cutter, but unfortunately I don't really have that many tips for this boss fight, as it's pretty much what I just said. It's the same fight as the first 2 phases, but faster each phase. But regardless, once he jumps out for phase 3, get ready for the last phase. Once he comes back in the arena, he will be very aggressive. I've gotten caught multiple times in this last phase. What I've found to be the best strat is to just play this phase as normal as long as you can, and then in this phase, if something happens, you're about to die from whatever it may be, now use the chopper gunner and spray down the dinosaur, and that should finish off the boss fight. But if it doesn't, either pop an Ether Shroud or an Idolize, or just continue running around the boss fight arena as normal. And
Okay then. Seems easy enough. Is it gonna take me to a cutscene? Oh yeah, I'm stuck.
That you will not see the conclusion of my mission. I regret I could not tell you the whole truth. Please understand, humans have utterly has not been kind to me. But I wish you harm. So I am sending you somewhere safe, where you cannot interfere. This fight comes next. Floating, holding your spear of death.
Nah, I'm not trying to play with him right now. I gotta get this done. Huh? I'm sure that nigga hits me, bro. I'm sure. You just eat that zombie? I'm not getting close to you, big dog. I get further away. The chopper's not rolling on these bitch ass niggas. Oh, so you're 3 times weak to light. I'll remember that next time I'm in the boss fight.
Turns their world inside out.
Super massive. Yeah, what the hell that means? Bet you can't spell it. Bet you can't even imagine the spelling.
Quick, clean, efficient.
Yeah, I bet I could spell it somewhere with that. Oh, why did he change his pathing? What the fuck? Why the fuck did you change your pathing? No one told you to do that. You make me very angry. You don't want to do that. I think this is my time to go. He ate that guy. Come on, my time to stay. Oh, shit. Shit, I hit me. Retard. Should not be staying with that. Nope, I should go the opposite direction. I thought it was. He gave me back shot. Ugh. Yeah, I know you're stupid, guys, bad boy. Wow, you're fast. Wow, wow. Yeah, I'm screwed. That kills me! Alright. This boss fight has now become so much risky. He's doubling back.
Taste of tattered dreams and paraffin.
Please. No! No!
What happened, Trenton?